Sadly, there's almost as much scamming and crime that happens at the holidays as there is peace and joy. Northern News Now's Isabella Zadra tells us what to keep in mind when buying those last-minute gifts and preparing for travel.
Over the past few years, many turn to the internet when it comes to their shopping, especially during the holidays.
Online shopping continues to be a top 3 riskiest scam for a consumer.
But there are dangers that come along with these convenient services. Bao Vang is a regional vice president of communication for the Better Business Bureau and says people find themselves wrapped up in online scams frequently during the holiday season. Not only because they're buying more gifts, but because many may fall victim to the seasonal stress, causing them to click that add to cart button before checking out where they're buying from.
We are vulnerable. Scammers know that. They're taking advantage of us at this time, and we need to pause and take a moment to actually assess the situation we're in.
On top of taking a breath before you buy, do your homework about a website, checking both the URL and the website's content.
You want to read all the reviews that comes with this business. You want to understand other experiences from customers.
Once you find a secure website, you have to receive your package, which brings a whole nother set of risks. Proctor Police said closer to the holidays, they get more reports of people having packages taken from their porch.
You're getting to your packages as quickly as possible once you get a delivery notification, checking routinely if you don't get the notification.
If you are not home, plan to have your packages held at the post office or picked up by a friend. Police added collecting packages also creates the illusion that the home is occupied, making it less of a target for burglary. In Proctor, Isabella Zadra, Northern News Now.
And for more information on secure shopping, you can head over to northernnewsnow.com. Still to come.